r/90DayFiance. Willing Owl 3903 says, did she seriously sleep with full face of Macup? Included photo. Black cats are a good luck says, she looks like two of the housewives on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Anyone else see this? Just Cowjit says, it's a TV show. It is fake. Lad of 21,454 says, I hope not, so bad for your skin. Sarcasm Queen 444 says, she is unhinged. Ginger Snapsalet says, I mean, obs this wasn't a scene of her just waking up as the crew is there, etc. That being said, in my experience those who get a lot of work done such as Misha are often ones who do sleep in Macup as they don't want to be seen w/o it. Whereas if she just wash her damn face then she would be fine. She's just a Stassi/Darcy 2.0. Eater, not meaning to shame anyone who gets work done. I've thought of botox more than once, but I'm too scared. Kara 112 says, she does have incredible skin though. Enricus says, tattooed brows, eyeliner, and lipstick. Lamo 55 says, I couldn't get over her cavalier attitude when he questioned her covering every flat surface of the bedroom. But then again I could see production helping her do it. Carice Gull says, of course, it's 90 Day, although nothing will ever beat Darcy at Jess's that first night. Think Psychological 68 says, this woman just wants her airtime. Agatha Prickly says, my boyfriend said the same thing, and then we laughed when she put the baseball cap on over the sleep mask. Roselli 808 says, no, she probably woke up at 4 in the morning to meticulously apply the Macup before the crew came in. Wern Smoothout says, that's almost like those Mindbender riddles like your parents knock on your door at 4 AM. What's the first thing you open? I don't think the camera crew sleeps in the house, apartment, hotel room, wherever with you. It's all set up on these reality shows, just like every social media influencer. Who's to say they're even filming this in the morning? r/90DayFiance. Trapablisimo says, the kinds of couples they get. I hadn't seen this show for a long time. I started watching again and saw season 8. Now I'm on season 9. I think they've settled on a formula for who they get to be on the show. Nowadays, they might get some couples whose interactions are kind of normal. They had a sweet young girl from South Africa one season and a really kind husband, an upstanding couple. They also had a Latina girl who was humble, a sweetheart, whose fiance's family suggested she might just want a green card. Then they would also have the sassy, censorious entitled young woman who thinks she's all that for looks. Nowadays, it seems like they try to find entitled young women who might have to live with their future in-laws who are going to have a hard time getting along with their in-laws because of their demanding personalities and sense of entitlement. They seem to like Muslim men married to older women a lot for this show. I'm not sure if that's a lot of what's out there or if they deliberately want to focus on Muslims. I wonder if someone who does the show is Muslim, or if they know the cultural differences push certain emotional buttons and they are going to get some drama. I wish they'd put in some more aspirational couples again. Instead of people who don't get along, viewers could watch at least some couples who get along really well, so single viewers can say to themselves, I'd like to find a man like that, or I'd like to find a woman like that. I think a lot of Americans haven't seen good role models for marriage. And emotionally, the nice couples give viewers' minds a bit of rest after watching conflict. Harbor JK says, we are all rooting for David and Sheila. Oh no way says, that sweet young girl from South Africa? She and her really kind husband are both homophobic and believe marriage is only for heterosexual couples. Of course we didn't find that out until later on. Can Spawn Off Neen says. The South African girl and super Christian guy was a really weird plotline too, though. His family was racist AF and his brother kept trying to peep at her naked, and they made a big deal out of passing the sex torch or something if memory serves. Doshi Vengoha X says. Yeah, because lots of older Western women get scammed by young Muslim men. Romance scams are very prevalent in a lot of Muslim countries. Very weird assertion that Americans don't have good role models for marriage. How do you know what people in America's families are like? Love 2 Pugs says. They still include at least one hopeful couple, usually, in each season, along with all of the dumpster fires. Gabe and Isabella, Kara and Guillermo, and I fully expect to get flamed and downvoted for this one by Lil and Sheila. A hopeful couple now is David and Sheila, though they still me with so much anxiety, and I have hope for Chloe and Christian. Exotic Surprise 6188 says. You're right, it would be nice to see aspirational couples. Normal interactions. The current formula is teaching us the toxicity and crazy are norm. Sowat_Nunica says. The show has definitely steered towards reality trash. But I actually enjoy the sweet couples. I like trash now and then, so somewhere in the middle would be great for me. Haha. John in Clamp says. The old normal couples I can root for gag. You shouldn't be looking to television shows for aspirational figures. P. r/90DayFiance. Jajika the Bitha book says. The way 90 Day has been covering the deaf experience with David inspired me to help a homeless deaf lady while on vacation. The show goes silent often during David's scenes, giving the viewer insight on what it's like to be deaf. It gives me anxiety, but really makes me understand how hard it is to be deaf. It inspired me to start learning sign language, and it came in handy immediately. Earlier this week, I was on my last day of vacation. I saw the deaf homeless lady I'd met on several occasions at the hotel. My dogs loved her, and she would pet them and smile. She was sleeping in the hallway. I know it was dangerous, but I let her sleep on the other side of the king-size bed in my room. We wrote on a pad of paper back and forth, and used the ASL alphabet to communicate for a couple hours, and she seemed like a sweet little lady that was just going through hard times. My dogs loved her, and she slept like a baby, scarfing down a huge breakfast before I checked out. It felt really good to help her, and I don't know if I would have invited her in if it wasn't for David. Jersey Girl 96 says. The world needs more people like you. Nutalis Roman Head says. Yeah, I think you get that was dangerous, but maybe you can be of benefit by working with deaf homeless as a translator. I love when passion hits. Professional_pay_921 says. This can't be real lol. Swankin the Hills says. You are an awesome human being, and I wish there were more people like you in the world. The fact that you took inspiration from David's lived reality and showed kindness, empathy, and compassion to this poor woman is what love is all about. Thank you for sharing this with us. You're the cat's pajamas, my friend. Karmic Vision says. I'm glad you are okay. Wow, what you did was so dangerous. I work with the homeless in downtown Los Angeles. Please don't do that ever again. ClearMap8121 says. As a deaf person, I don't think of it as a hardship. Actually, hearing people are missing out that with my hearing devices, I can just tune everyone out with a click of the hearing aids and I love it. I also love that I'm able to communicate in my own language, which is ASL, and if hearing people want to learn, great. I'm also appreciative of the community I belong to. Not all of us are in poverty or like David. I, for one, have 2 master's degrees, but hearing people still say wow your written English is so good, yeah, don't patronize us. Learn from us, and be a good ally. We are like you, only we use our hands to talk. Foolish Float says, cool because I'm deaf and been treated like shad mostly. I encourage you to get to know about hearing loss, deaf culture vs deaf, ASL vs signed English, the alphabet is the alphabet not ASL, ASL is a language, and more. Befriend people with hearing loss or deaf we rely on you speaking hearing folks, because we are forced to live and communicate in the hearing speaking world. ASL and signed English are modes of communication, not a politic or artistic movement to accompany songs. Maybe also find out about the continuum of care for homeless services. There's one for every community in the US, and there are safer ways to help. r/90DayFiance. Bubbly ad 966 says, this episode wow. Sorry, I can't remember everyone's names. Honest to goodness, what is wrong with Jano? Jasmine won't sign the prenup and is now asking for a will? Duch's going to try to kill you after she gets to America. This is like a bad Lifetime movie. What is happening? How can he not see what's doing? Miss had her dude. You're most cute when you're mute. WTF, how and why is she with this guy? Also, why is he with her? Just because you have the same religion does not mean you have the same culture. Culture is huge. I think these people forget that. The guy that's getting catfished. Can some really be that dumb? I feel bad for him. I really do. I think if he tried a little harder he could find someone here in the States. Guy that is deaf. Sorry IDK bud name. I think he and his girl are cute and hope the best for them. Guy that's in Vietnam ain't going to work. Calling it. I feel bad for Clear. I think the guy is just exploring or took a bet or something to go on this show. How can someone who can't be in a relationship for more than a couple of months fall in love with a person like Clear? Please take no offense, and a person who lives on the other side of the world. I think it's BS. That's all folks. Kara 112 says, don't forget how disgusting it was they taped guy peeing in street and touching face and everything. Dogmax61 says, you left out Clear and whatever that guy's name is. They are not staying together either. I'm not even convinced they'll last through his whole visit. Exotic Surprise 6188 says, spot on, funniest scene, you're cute when you're mute. Usnretnwa says, Jasmine is a certified B, TCH and only wants a green card, change my mind. Nightmare 4545 says, the fact anyone would cry over not being able to marry Jano should be an instant invite to a mental asylum. What the shit says, I don't think the catfished guy is dumb. I think he is in serious, therapy needed denial. His brain is trying to make this situation into something less painful, even if that means wild, far-fetched stories. Even those hurt less than the truth. He is clearly in a lot of anguish from this. Or will be, when it really sinks in. Charming Chimunda 69 says, catfish guy, look at him. He's a human slug. What woman would want him? He has no money. Jano isn't stupid, he just can't let go of Jasmine's blowjob skills, but I think he's slowly gonna get there. Other PPLI skip their segments. Honestly, I like the abroad show more. This 90-day season sucks. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.